Hey, what's up, guys? I know we're not on the trails. Where am I? I'm at work. What do you expect? I gotta work it eventually. I can't mountain bike every day now. I don't know. We're through the holidays, but I just want to take this moment to kind of talk about how mountain biking is helping me. I guess I can really take it back to 2015. Let's just say that life has been, I'm 31 years old. I've gone through most of my shenanigans, and going through life, there aren't going to be times where everything's going to be glorious and peachy and stuff like that. So, cut to the chase. 2015, I lost my sister. And yeah, like losing a sibling, I've worked through it. Obviously, I'm a lot better now. It's 2020 now. And I mean, still living without a sister, or my sister that, I didn't really have much of a relationship with my sister because she was much older than I was. I think right now, see, me being 31, I think she would be 41 right now. We were a good 10 years apart. And I just remember the most horrible thing, or the hardest thing during that whole ordeal was the type of job that I was doing. I was an over-the-road truck driver. Still a truck driver now, obviously, today. That's the steering wheel. But I was an over-the-road truck driver, and me and my wife, girlfriend at the time, or fiance, we had our ordeals with over-the-road trucking. And during that time, it was a lot of, basically, I was out during the week, and the only time I was home was on the weekends. I did that for 5 years straight. 5 years straight. And 2015 came. I was up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 500 miles away from home. I get a call letting me know about my sister. The most thing, obviously it's horrible to lose anybody, but to be 500 miles away from home just makes you feel hopeless. Like you can't, like obviously I knew my mom, she was very, very distraught. I was the one who had to call her over the phone and tell her. That was tough. Having to hear my mom fall to the floor over 500 miles away was incredibly hard. And living through that scenario, it caused me to go into a lot of depression, anxiety, stuff. The stuff just kept coming. And not only did my sister die, another person, my best friend, James Hoffman. My best friend died the same year that my sister goes. And at that point, I was really messed up in the head. I did not know what to do with life. I really did not know. I was just at a standstill where I was like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. I mean, it never was funny, but what the hell? And me and my wife, we decided to have a kid. That was great. That was awesome. And we have a kid. I think I got out of trucking for a little bit. Decided to get into a welding school. Started to meet some great buddies in there. Well, I mean, in fact, I'm still friends with them today. One of my friends from that welding school is Josh. He runs a YouTube called Heavy Stringers. We're still really, really good friends. But another guy that I became really, really good friends with in that welding school died. Just died. It was a motorcycle accident. And we all knew he loved to live life on the edge and do motorcycle stuff. I love motorcycles. I rode motorcycles. I rode with him. It was great. But it was just that one night where he got hit by a drunk driver, and there you go. So at this point, I'm up to 3 people. I'm up to 3 people who have passed away in my life who were either really good friends or family. And like I said, I kept falling into deep, deep depression. And I was getting, I was having bad things running through my head after all this craziness happening with people passing away. And obviously my health got out of control. My weight was up to 220 pounds. 220 pounds. I used to be like a crazy skateboarder in high school, and my average weight was around 190, 180. Here I am at 220 pounds. And I'm 5'9". They say usually a healthy weight for a male at my age is supposed to be around 190, 180. I was up in 220. So once I started to realize that my health was kind of going down the shitter, I just kind of looked at my wife. I was like, hey, I need to do something. And I just didn't know what. I really didn't know. And what was it? I think I remember. It was a trip over to San Antonio, and it was an awesome trip. I think it was just me and my wife. We went over to San Antonio, and it was just a random day trip, or no, not a day trip. Well, yeah, we got a hotel, stayed there for a night, but just so happened when we went there, there was a bike race called the Red Bull Last Stand, and I never seen anything like it. I obviously knew things about road bikes and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, these guys are going ridiculously fast, and this looks fun. They got techno music going off and everything, and people are just having an awesome time. And I was enjoying it. I just sat there and watched the whole entire thing. My wife was in shopping, spending money, but I just sat there and watched it, and I was like, wow. I mean, it looked fun. And I think at that moment in time, I was like, those guys are probably riding those bikes because they have to, because they spent so much money on those bikes. I'm probably not right. I'm probably not wrong. But, so after that trip, I think over a couple of months, I started to think maybe I should get on a bike. And oh yeah, don't forget that part, because sorry, I'm still remembering everything, because even over in San Antonio, we did even we rented bikes over there. And I don't know, I felt awesome. It took a lot of relief off of me. It felt like whenever I got onto the bike, I just forgot about everything. I was just strolling on a bike going through town in San Antonio with me and my wife, and we were just having fun. I wasn't thinking about anything, which was awesome. For me, for everything that I've been through, to think about nothing, that's awesome. So, to continue on, I think maybe 6 months later, I decided to get a road bike. I got into it and started progressing in that. Started lowering my body weight. Like I said, I was at 220, and now I got my body weight down to 200 pounds. So that I can thank to road biking. I mean, just to be on a bike was awesome to me, and it relieved a lot of stress, helped me through a lot of depression issues that I was going through. I started doing bike rides all the way. I just woke up one morning and I just grabbed my road bike that I got, and just one morning I just decided I'm gonna ride down to Galveston. I rode down to Galveston. I did it. I fucking did it. Like, I rode by Buc-ee's. I stopped in. I was having a field trip on my bike. I made it down to Galveston. I saw the water, and I rode all the way back to Friendswood, which is obviously where I live. And I made it back. Like, I did a trip all the way to Galveston and back. So, I guess at that point, I guess I started proving to myself that I'm more than just whatever my negative thoughts were trying to tell me who I am or what I was. And eventually, obviously, after road biking, cycling just gets really expensive. I pressured my wife into letting me get a mountain bike, a hardtail, which is what y'all are seeing in my videos right now. And I can't tell you the joy that I get from getting out there and getting in the woods, going through the trails, pumping through the trails, jumping through the trails. I mean, it's so relaxing. It really is. It's therapeutic. And every time I'm out there, I'm to the point where I'm falling asleep and I'm dreaming about it. I'm dreaming about it. Imagine that. Like, I'm always used to going to bed and waking up with nightmares of somebody else dying, and or just bad negative thoughts. And now I'm to the point where I'm just going to bed and I'm dreaming about going through the trails. I'm dreaming about hitting the jumps or just progressing and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow. In a way, I feel like mountain biking, cycling, whatever, it's basically saved my life. And it saved my life in many ways, as far as mentally and physically. And I just want to try and keep going at it. I really don't want to give up, because I think I went onto a Facebook group and asked a stupid question, and I was like, is 31 too old, or what's considered too old for mountain biking? And I said I was 31 years old, and I got I got 800 comments on that post. Everybody was telling a whole bunch of I don't know what my video is doing, but hopefully it's still recording. So yeah, I posted a thing in there on a Facebook group, and everybody was just giving me so much support. That's what I loved about it. That's what I love about the mountain biking and cycling community, is that they're so supportive of everything. I mean, they just tell you, just get out there and do it. It doesn't matter how old you are, how stupid you are, how fat you are, whatever, just get out. And I fell in love with the sport, and here I am. I got a YouTube channel called Dirty Bike Madness, getting out there, getting dirty, and probably just it's great. I love it. So I feel like if there's anybody else out there who's looking to get into this sport, don't even think about it. Just do it. I mean, if you want to do it, if you want to set your mind to getting into the sport, there's really no waiting. Just go out there, find a dealer next to you, throw some cash down, get yourself a bike, and get out there. So that's basically my story about how mountain biking has helped me. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. This is the end of my story, and until next time, I'll keep saying this. I'll keep saying this till in every video. Just get out, go ride, get dirty. Peace out.